Today we will be demonstrating the single displacement reaction between copper sulfate and iron. In the single displacement reaction between copper sulfate and iron will replace copper to form iron sulfate in solution and copper solid. Iron has a higher tendency to lose electrons and form positive ions, and so it is a bit more reactive than copper, hence the displacement. In this experiment, you will need a beaker, filter paper, Erlenmeyer flask, funnel, stirring rod, tripod stand, ring clamp, wash bottle with distilled water, analytical balance, copper sulfate and steel wool. The setup is as follows. Attached to the tripod stand is a ring clamp in which we place the funnel. The Erlenmeyer flask is used as a correction flask. Then we have a beaker containing distilled water with a glass rod. Additionally, we have copper sulfate, steel wool, spatula, a filter paper, and a weigh paper. Note, the weigh paper is square in shape and the filter paper circular. The procedure. Place the weigh paper on an analytical balance, close the window, press stir, ensure that the display reads 0.0000. Weigh out 12.5 grams of copper sulfate. Pause the video to record all decimals. Transfer the copper sulfate into a 400 ml beaker containing 100 ml of distilled water. Place the weigh paper back onto the balance, close the window, and ensure the display reads 0.00 grams. Stir to dissolve the copper sulfate. Weigh the steel wool. Pause the video and record all decimals. Transfer this into the copper sulfate solution. Stir, and you will see a change in color. As the steel wood turns reddish, the copper sulfate solution will now change from a turquoise blue to a greenish blue color. Make sure that the balance display reads 0.000 grams. Place the filter paper on the pan, close the window, and pause the video to record all decimals. Fold the filter paper in half and then in quarter. Open one sleeve of the filter paper and place it in the funnel. It will jump up. Simply wet it with distilled water to keep it in place. Keep stirring the beaker containing copper sulfate and iron. Press down clumps of iron to ensure the displacement of copper. This may take a while. Filter through the filter paper. Transfer the copper onto the filter paper. Rinse the beaker and invert the glass rod. Now using the scrubber portion of the glass rod, scrub the sides of the beaker and transfer this onto the filter paper. Repeat this a few times. Holding the glass rod between the fingers, keep the mouth of the beaker in the center of the funnel and keeping the beaker at an angle, rinse by squeezing the distilled water bottle so that the last bit of copper residue is transferred onto the filter paper. Finally, wash the filter paper sides to bring down the copper from the top of the filter paper, as well as iron sulfate, which may be on the filter paper. Remove the filter paper containing copper and place it on a tray to be kept in the oven. Finally, after drying, weigh the copper and filter paper. Pause the video to record all decimals. Question: what are the possible errors that may have occurred during this experiment? Now answer the questions in your lab manual using the data obtained from this experiment.